But this is the consciousness, the soul, the essence, is the bit that goes on after your body dies. And it was represented by this little innocent babe with the nappies at the end of the tunnel. That was my essence, which was totally innocent at that time and unafraid, I have to say. And fully, with all the faculties, plus a few more, I think, that I had before, I did become much more sensitive to the subtleties of all of the earth energy fields. And this meant more sensitive to reactions of people. It meant that when I was healing, I was much more aware of the healing problem, if you like, or the problems people had. Difficult to be specific. Just a whole a moving up, if you like, of the understanding of our place. It sounds pompous, but it's not. It's an understanding of where this human species is in the universe. And I came to the conclusion that we're actually, because the Earth is so patient, that we are quite an important species in the cosmos, because we are possibly one of the very few species who is in the physical being, but also has quite a strong element of spirituality. I don't think an Aberdeen Angus bull is aware of its spirituality, much although I admire the Aberdeen Angus. I think it's quite important to keep us going in some way, but we have to. We only survived originally because of our aggression, because it was difficult to survive. We don't need the aggression anymore, but we still have it. And it's actually quite simply moving energy from our base chakra, which is about will to live and anger and sex and reproduction and frustration, if you like. And it's about moving the energy from there. And unfortunately, all the media, the advertising, the music and all that sort of thing is aimed at base chakra. And that gets overloaded. And when that gets overloaded, we get aggressive again. And if we can just somehow or other shift some of that energy to heart chakra, then we have somebody who is slightly more caring. And when they pick up a brick to throw it through a window, something will say, "Oh, don't do it this time." And that's all we need. Just a subtle change, and I think that was the essence of what was happening to me. One of the things about earthbound spirits, as far as I understand, is that most of them are just us in another version who have moved on, but haven't moved on far enough, and they get trapped in not in our density, but just out of our density, and they don't quite know where to go. They are really desperately lonely and very unhappy, most of them. And it's a great privilege, actually, to be able to help them to move on. What they must never be, as far as I'm concerned, and that's sometimes that happens with the normal exorcist, they are banned with bell, book and candle, and I think that's so wrong, because they're completely innocent spirits. And we had a case in point where one of the crew of a local trawler quite recently was drowned, and he kept appearing in his oilskins in the front of the boat to the rest of the crew, and they had an old-fashioned exorcist who came onto the boat and took the boat out, and he railed at this thing to banned and back from where you came from and all that sort of thing. And the poor thing was just trying to establish that it was lost, didn't know where to go. So it's an act of mercy, if you like. It's only when you are able to perceive them and communicate with them you can really do something with them. But there are people who maintain that they can contact from a distance and move on people. I don't know how much truth there is all I can say is that with perhaps 90% of the ones that we've worked on, we have had confirmation back that there is no more disturbance.
So guys, we're coming to the end of our 2 days here, and all the time I've been wanting to pick up on things, you know, because it would be great for all of us if I felt something, and this overall thing I feel the most is energised. Have you experienced what you expected, Hamish?
It's been an amazing 2 days for me, and you know, finding this landscape at the end just intrigues me so much.
I think the interesting thing for me is that when I'm linking in with the energy, I've been very aware that the ancients' mind, the way they think, is not the same way that we think. That they have such an innate sense of unity with the cosmos, and I don't think I expected that at all.
Yes.
And I think it was you, Ba, that was saying that it's been great, though, just the number of people that
I've
have visited
been
the site
amazed.
while we've been here.
It's been heartening to see families come and walk round and touch the stones and stay. And I know it's a lovely day, but it's been a constant stream. So even to this day, people are intrigued.
What about science? Has it learnt something here?
The more and more I do in this sort of area, the more and more I'm convinced that this has got very strong links to mainstream science via the aspects of consciousness.
Yeah, because one of the remarkable things is actually the extent of the whole site. It spreads out in all directions, and we could be exploring over, you know, a broad circumference from here.
Anything else to show us?
What I want to do is, you know, this little energy centre here has been pulsing away, and I want to put an amethyst crystal in the centre and ask if there is any reaction to the energy from the earth to the energy of the amethyst crystal.
Rupert's research and Julie's findings both indicate that at some point this site would have been used by the ancients to watch and maybe chart the skies. What is clear from the work Hamish has done is that there is a powerful, subtle energy here even today. This earth energy appears to be magnified by the stones and reacts to other energies within the circle. If the ancients also knew this, then this marked out land would have been very sacred. It would have been a place where they could communicate directly with nature. Perhaps it was a place to ask questions and even to receive answers.